Hello guys, what's up? Kesh here, and today I'm bringing you my Frost guide. As always, I'll be going over her equipment, playstyle, and some tips and tricks. I'll also cover a lot of info regarding her bear traps. So let's get started. Frost has medium armor and speed, which makes her very versatile. She's a good roamer, which can hold her own in a firefight, and she's excellent at defending objectives. First up on our equipment list is the Super 90. This shotgun packs a huge punch at an incredible distance. It is also semi-automatic, which makes it great for those heavy firefights. Personally, I prefer to go without a scope, as most of the time I'll be hip firing, and if I'm aiming, I feel the scopes are just in the way. Of course, that's just my personal opinion, so you can go with whatever you want. You can also put a laser sight on it, as this will increase your hip fire accuracy by a small margin, but with my playstyle, I would not use it. Moving on to my favorite, we have the 9mm C1. This submachine gun has an incredibly low recoil rate, and it excels at short to medium range. The only downside to it is that you can't put an ACOG sight on it. For what scope you should pick, it really doesn't matter. The frame on the red dot is a bit bigger, so you might go with the reflex sight if you prefer that, but I like the red dot as I find it easier to pick off headshots with. I would not recommend a suppressor on this weapon. Even though you won't have any bullet tracing, it still lowers the already low damage quite a lot. With the C1 you want to try and go for the headshots, because if not, you'll have a hard time killing the enemy by just spraying him. I wouldn't recommend a laser sight either, as this only serves to reveal your precision, and there's really no benefit to hip firing with this weapon. Unlike most other operators, Frost only has one sidearm, and that's the Mark 1 9mm. This pistol has a good range, recoil, and stopping power, and I personally don't like to go with the suppressor because it draws the damage down, and I don't go with the laser sight for reasons stated before, which is exposing your position. And lastly, we have the gadgets, which are the nitro cell and the deployable shield. Most of the time I'll go with the nitro cell, as I like to roam with Frost, but if I'm defending, I prefer the shield, as I can put it in a doorway and then put my bear trap right behind it. So to keep it simple, nitro cell for roaming and the deployable shield for defending the objective. So with the equipment out of the way, let's get into the playstyle.
Ready for company. Deploying welcome mat. Hostiles in my sight!
So as a defender, you want to start off by deciding whether you'll go far away from the objective and start roaming, or dig in and defend. I'll go more into this in another video coming in the future, so for now I'll talk about what you should do as Frost. If you're going to be roaming, you want to start off by reinforcing whatever you can, pick up armor plates if you can, and lay down some traps if you have time. A good rule of thumb is to always have at least one bear trap on the objective, as this is where the enemy is least likely to check the floor. I'll get more into bear trap placement later on. If you're going to be defending the objective, you should figure out where it's most likely the enemy will be coming in. If they can come in through a trapdoor in the roof, you should run upstairs and barricade it if possible. After you've placed down whatever defense is, you should start poking some murder holes in the walls. If there's a barricaded door, you can also shoot a few bullet holes in it with your pistol, so you can see the enemy when they're outside the door. In this clip here, you can see me roaming, and one thing to notice is that I'm moving away from the objective. The enemy team will most of the time be focused on the objective, and you should use this to your advantage. As soon as the prep phase is over, you should check your cameras right away, making sure to scroll left to see the outside cameras first. Once you figure out where they're coming from, you can go risky and try to pick them off as they approach. Another thing I like to do when roaming is to place traps close to the entrances, and specifically under windows I know the enemy is most likely to come through. After that, I'll stay close and wait for someone to spring it. Another great use of the traps is to run to whoever sprung it and then hide close by. Their teammates will try and come and help them, and if hid well enough, you might get 2 stones with 1 fly. And since we're on the topic of bear traps, I'll go more into the placement of them. In this clip, I'll show you a pretty standard setup of the traps. I put 2 on the windows and 1 behind the deployable shield. The 2 below the windows won't get destroyed by breach charges, and they're practically impossible to see from the outside unless you rappel upside down. Another thing to note is that the trap shouldn't be placed all the way into the wall, as you'll land about 30 to 40 centimeters from the wall when vaulting in. The one behind the shield is also very hard to see, and chances are you won't be looking over it when entering the room. If you are quick enough, you might be able to shoot the trap as you're vaulting over, but this also exposes you to any fire you might take when going in. Another thing to remember is to place the traps in dark locations or on the top of stairs. You want to try and hide it as well as you can and have them in the most unexpected locations. I usually hold one trap in reserve and wait until I know what route the enemy will be taking. If done right, I might be able to put a trap down right where they'll walk a few seconds later. One more thing that's important to note is that the traps are mechanical and they can only be killed by shooting them. I'm not 100% sure about this, but as far as I know, they take about 3 bullets from anything but a shotgun, which only requires 1 bullet to destroy them. I'm thinking about doing map guides where I'll show everything from drone spots to where you should place Kapkan's traps and also Frost's traps. So for now, you'll just have to experiment with them and try to remember tips like hidden well, preferably in dark places and also in unexpected spots. If there is barbed wire around the objective, you should also place them there, as this helps a lot with concealing it. Another thing I also totally forgot to mention is to remember where you placed your traps. If you die and an enemy steps on your trap, you'll be the only one who knows where it can be. If you can, you should call out over voice chat and tell them where there's a down enemy. An example would be 1 down on my trap, top of spiral stairs. One more thing you can do on hostage situations is to surround the hostage with your traps. I've seen some crazy shit where 3 people rush to grab the hostage only to down themselves on the traps hidden in the barbed wire. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Frost is definitely one of my favorite operators so far, and I've played her a real lot since the release. You can get her for free with the season pass or for 25,000 renown, and I would really recommend that you do if you haven't already. Hopefully I didn't forget anything critical in this guide, and if I did, be sure to let me know in the comments section below. Also, be sure to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more guides and siege videos in the future. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook, though I rarely use it. Or, well, actually I never use it. Never. So yeah, that's all. I'll leave you with this cute little clip of me being super cheeky on the plane. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one.
Put me on your pedestal.